are tracking a couple of different traffic issues so far this morning. This is a live look at Lee Boulevard and Gunnery Road. Gotta tell you, I'm not seeing any delays here, but we do have a reported crash that could slow you down, especially along Lee Boulevard. Switching over to maps, I'll take a zoomed in look. It looks like it's Lee Boulevard as you are headed westbound, picking up the brunt of those delays right at the intersection of Curtis Avenue. Now, the crash is going to be just to the east of the intersection I just gave you that live look at. We just looked at Gunnery and Lee. So just know we are seeing delays in almost all directions, but westbound a little bit slower. Also dealing with two other crashes just north of Suncoast Estates. One of them is Barbie Lane and Del Prado Boulevard. Shift east a little bit. Mellow Drive at Slater Road. Right now there are no roadblocks associated with those crashes. It's just going to be a slow go if you're headed that way. That's a check of your morning traffic. Monday morning, because I have plenty of crashes to talk about at this dark and early hour. Let's get right to it. This is going to be Daniels Parkway, Treeline Avenue, not too far from here. I do have a crash. It's going to be not within the view of this live look, but I'm happy to say we're not seeing backups as you are headed this way. So switching on over to maps, Daniels Parkway right there, not looking half bad, but Daniels and Goldenwood might look a little slow. Headed on over to the Lee Boulevard area. We are still seeing delays here due to a crash that's been holding on for about an hour now. This is at Curtis Avenue, westbound lanes of Lee Boulevard, picking up the brunt of those delays. Two other new crashes for you over in Lee County. One of them is going to be here at the intersection of Ortiz and State Road 80. The other, West Road and Palm Beach Boulevard. That's a check of your morning forecast and also your morning traffic. Despite the fact we're starting off dry and clear, we have quite a few crashes out there. So I-75 right now not being impacted, but we do have a crash that is right off of the interstate at Bayshore Road that could really slow you down. So northbound, southbound, you're looking pretty good. As you get closer to Bayshore Road, going to be a different story. It's really going to be Bayshore as you are headed eastbound, picking up the brunt of those delays. Though westbound, seeing some onlooker delays, that yellow on and off. Couple of other new crashes for you. One is Daniels Parkway at Goldenwood Drive. Right now it's Daniels Parkway as you are headed westbound in the yellow. That's typically a very busy spot this time of the morning and will continue to be so with a crash there. Also dealing with a crash here, Lee Boulevard and Curtis Avenue. Lee Boulevard westbound looking delayed. And another new crash for you. This one's Gateway Boulevard at State Road 82. State Road 82 as you head northwest, picking up the brunt of those delays right there. 7:22 on the dot is your time. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News. Moving just fine when it comes to the traffic, and then others not so much due to multiple crashes that we are tracking, especially over in Lee County. This is a smooth spot. It's going to be I-75 near mile marker 143. That's the Bayshore Road exit. However, if you're getting off at Bayshore Road, it's a bit of a different story. We do have a crash with the zoomed in look. It shows you those eastbound lanes continue to look slower and slower every time we check in. So again, Bayshore, as you head eastbound approaching I-75, that's where there's a crash. That's where you're going to see those delays. Also dealing with the crash here, Palm Beach Boulevard and West Road. Palm Beach Boulevard as you head westbound, looking very slow, especially as we get closer to school. That first bell ringing, you have multiple schools just right there, so it's going to be very, very delayed. Dealing with the crash here, Lee Boulevard, Curtis Avenue, things looking a little bit better. Lee Boulevard as you head westbound, and we are seeing delays starting to build up even more. Daniels Parkway westbound at Goldenwood Drive due to a crash. Also just had a couple of crashes pop up over in Collier County. Stick around for that next traffic report for more details on that. 7:50 is your time. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News. Traffic, things right now looking pretty good near mile marker 122. This is the Corkscrew Road exit, northbound, southbound. We're not tracking any crashes. Switching on over to maps, we do have some of our major roadways moving a little slower than others. So I-75 southbound, fine, 77 miles per hour on average, but US 41, 42 miles per hour on average. And then you also have Colonial Boulevard starting to see a slight delay there. That's probably because of all of the construction. That's under 40 miles per hour on average. I have no crashes to report right now. I'm a little suspicious of this. I think my data might be updating because I'm seeing nothing but green, especially in areas where we've been tracking crashes for well over an hour. Bayshore Road, as you're getting closer to I-75, we did have a crash there. Looks like that has since cleared up. up. And we also had a crash out in Lehigh Acres right off of 51st Street Southwest. Not dealing with that anymore. And the crash that we did have, Gunnery Road and State Road 82, I'm still seeing a slight delay here in both directions. That's pretty typical for this time of the morning, but no crash is being reported anymore. Time right now is 9:23 on the dot. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News. Skies and also the clear roadways. So things looking pretty good. The interstate near mile marker 122. So if you're headed between Alico Road, Corkscrew Road, this is what awaits you. So good news for you there. It is the decline of the morning rush hour, though, and typically we would say everything's nice and clear at the moment, but that's not the case. We just had a new crash pop up. This is going to be right at the intersection of Idlewild Street and Plantation Road. The good news is Plantation Road in both directions still showing up in the green, so we're not expecting any other major delays. Other than that, all of our highway drive times, our bridge times returning back to the green, so that is a good sign if you're headed out the door right now. Time right now is 9:51. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News.